morning, everyone. This is Teacher Joanna and I will be your teacher in mathematics. Now, before we start our lesson, let us first have this drill. Are you ready? Okay, very good. So, everyone, let's have 3 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 and 15 divided by 3. Everyone, 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. And 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Altogether, 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. And 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Okay? So now, I'm going to show you a sign. Okay? And then, you're going to tell me what sign is it. Okay? So, this is the sign. Okay? So, what is that sign? So, are you familiar of that sign? What is that sign? It's a plus sign. Okay? So, if we are going to use plus sign, what operation are we using? Okay, what operation is the plus sign involved? Okay, very good. It is addition. Now remember that if the sign is a plus, then it is addition. Do you understand me? Okay, now today, we are going to talk about adding similar fractions. Okay, so what are we going to talk about? Adding similar fractions. Now, are you ready to listen? Okay, very good. So, if you are ready to listen, sit up straight, eyes on me, and ears on me because we are going to start. Now, let's talk about adding similar fractions. Okay? So, but before that, before I give you the steps in adding similar fractions, I want you to know that when we say similar fractions, these are fractions that have the same denominator. Okay, if the fraction have same denominator, then we call it a similar fraction. For example, okay, for example, 1/5 and 2/5. So the denominator is the same. The denominator is 5. Okay, 1/5 and 2/5 is considered as similar fraction. Now, in adding similar fractions, there are steps. And I'm going to tell you the steps in adding similar fraction. Okay, so the first one is that, check if the denominators are the same. Before you add fraction, you have to see to it that the denominators are the same. Do you understand? Okay, so and then the moment you already check if the denominators are the same, if it is the same, then add the numerator. So what's the next step? Add the numerator. So what's numerator, teacher? The number at the top. Okay, so there's a number at the top and at the bottom. Numerator is at the top and at the bottom is the denominator. Do you understand me? Okay, very good. And then, copy the denominator. Because it's similar fraction, you're just going to copy the denominator. Okay? The moment you add already the numerator, okay, so the denominator, you're just going to copy the denominator. For example, 1/5 plus 2/5, the numerator 1 and 2, 1 plus 2, 3. And then just copy the denominator 5. So the answer is 3/5. Do you understand? Okay, and then convert to lowest term if possible. So, if the fraction can be converted to lowest term, you have to convert it to lowest term. Do you understand me? Okay. So, I have here examples. So, solve 1/5 plus 3/5. Remember that you have to check first if the denominators are the same. Is the denominator the same? Yes or no? Yes, very good. And then, step 2, add the numerator. So, what are the numerators? 1 and 3. Remember that we're adding. So, 1 plus 3 equals 4. And then, the next step is that you're going to copy the denominator. denominator. So what's the denominator? 5. Okay, so the answer is 4/5. Okay, so 4/5. Convert it to lowest term if possible. Can you convert 4/5 in lowest term? It's already in lowest term. You don't have to. Do you understand me? Okay, and then this is another example. 1/6 plus 2/6 plus 1/6 again. So, check if the denominators are the same. Is the denominator the same? Very good, all 6. So then, we're going to add the numerators. What are the numerators? 1, 2, and 1. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 4. And then, you're going to just copy the denominator, which is 6. So, the answer is 4/6. So, can we convert it to lowest term? Yes, because 4 and 6 can be divided into 2. So, 2 over 2. So, 4 divided by 2, 2. 6 divided by 2, 3. So, the lowest term or the final answer is 2/3. Do you understand? Okay, so I have here a video so that you can fully understand how to add similar fractions. So, please listen to the video, okay?
Adding fractions with a common denominator.
Common meaning the same denominator.
And here's a model to represent them. We have to add them together. Both of the wholes are divided up into 8 parts, so we've got denominators of 8 on both of these fractions. In total, we have some number of parts out of 8. We add the shaded parts to find out how many parts we've got, and that's going to be our numerator. 3 plus 4 is 7 parts out of 8.
Yes.
If I remove the model and we just focus on the fractions, you can see the denominator is unchanged.
Yes.
It stays as parts out of 8. So you can see, when you add fractions, if the denominator is the same, you keep it and just add the numerators. In this example, we've got 6 parts out of 10 plus 2 parts out of 10. 6 plus 2 is 8 parts out of 10. But then I can say to you, I want you to reduce your fraction to its lowest terms.
Because you can still divide 8 and 10 by 2.
You'll say to yourself, I know what to do here. 8 and 10 are both even numbers, so they can be divided by 2.
Yes.
I can simplify this fraction. And when you divide top and bottom by 2, you get
4/5
over 5. That is a simplified fraction. It is now reduced to its lowest terms.
Yes.
The rule is, if you can reduce a fraction to its lowest terms,
You have to
then take a
reduce
moment
it
and
to
just
lowest
do
term.
it.
Okay? Do it.
You may be
But if
asked
you
to
don't,
add
if
more
it's
than
in
2
lowest term
fractions
already, you
together,
don't have
like
to.
this. 4/7 plus 2/7 plus 5/7. Here's a quick way of laying this out so you don't make any mistakes. And I use this myself all the time. I have a common denominator of 7, so I know my answer will be something over 7. I'm going to extend the fraction bar. Then I write in my numerators over the
4
top.
plus 2 plus 5.
plus 5. This strategy is designed to make sure students don't make the mistake of accidentally adding denominators. And you know, we never add the denominators. Next, you just add it up. 4 plus 2 is 6,
Plus
5
5 equals
is 11.
11
We get
over
11
7.
over 7. That's the numerators added, but now we've got an improper fraction, so it won't do. But that's okay, because you know how to change it to a proper fraction, don't you? Remember how? The denominator is 7. That means there's 7 parts in one whole. How many groups of 7 are there in 11? Well, there's
You're
one
going
root
to
of
divide
7, and what's
7
left
to
over?
11.
Count it up. 8, 9, 10, 11. 4
Okay,
left
11
over,
and
that's
4
our
sevens.
numerator. Put that back over the original denominator of 7 and we're done. Our answer is 1 and 4/7. Practice adding fractions with a common denominator and then come back and watch me add fractions with different denominators. See you next time.
Okay, so that is how you add fractions, similar fractions or common denominator. We don't add the denominator, only the numerator. Do you understand me? Okay, very good. So I have your question. What are the steps in adding similar fraction? Okay, everybody, what are the steps in adding similar fraction? First, check if the denominators are the same, and then if it's the same, then add the numerator, and the moment you're done adding the numerator, you're just going to copy the denominator, and if the fraction can be converted to lowest term, then you have to convert it to lowest term. Do you understand? Okay, so what did you learn today? Today we have learned about adding similar fractions. Okay, so adding similar fractions, first you're going to check if the denominators are the same, and if it is the same, then you're going to add the numerator, and then the moment you're done adding the numerator, you're just going to copy the denominator, and if the fraction can be reduced to lowest term, then reduce it to lowest term. Do you understand? Okay, now if you really did understand the lesson, then let us proceed to your practice exercise, wherein you are going to answer focus page 253. And here is your evaluation. Answer, take a leap, page 254. Okay, so don't forget to answer your practice exercise and your evaluation because I'm going to check it. And here is your assignment. Answer, make meaning, page 255. Okay, so don't forget to do your assignment. Okay, so thank you for listening. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.